You lot, listen up. When we talk about Turkish cuisine, everyone goes straight to the bloody doner kebab. Yeah, it's a classic, a lifesaver after a night out, but Turkish food, it's so much more than that greasy spoon savior. Finding someone who hasn't tasted a kebab is like finding a decent scallop in a sea of frozen fish fingers. Near impossible. It's everywhere. But listen, Turkish cuisine is a bloody tapestry of flavors, a symphony of spices, not just some two-bit street food. We're talking a cuisine so rich, so diverse, it could make a Michelin star chef weep with envy. This depth comes from centuries of history, influences from every corner of the globe, a melting pot of flavors that'll make your taste buds sing. We're diving deep into Turkish cuisine, exploring the dishes that are bloody brilliant, the flavors that'll knock your socks off. Get ready to ditch the takeaway menus because we're cooking up a storm, Turkish style. Baklava, you lot. This ain't your average dessert, it's an institution. It's delicate, it's decadent, it's packed with nuts and drenched in honey. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is your Everest. We're talking layers upon layers of crispy phyllo pastry, so thin you could read a newspaper through it, each one brushed with butter and layered with chopped nuts. Pistachios, walnuts, almonds, you name it, they've got it. And then, the final touch, the pièce de résistance. A generous drenching of honey seeping into every layer, making it sticky, sweet, and utterly irresistible. One bite of this, and you'll understand why it's a national treasure. It's the kind of dessert that makes you want to lick the plate clean, even if your nan is watching. Alright, you lot, we can't talk about Turkish food without mentioning the doner kebab. It's the king of late-night snacks, the savior of drunken nights, and a bloody delicious mess of meat and bread. We're talking seasoned meat, slowly roasted on a vertical spit, shaved off in thin, juicy slices, and piled high into fluffy bread. Add some salad, a dollop of garlicky sauce, maybe a sprinkle of chili flakes if you're feeling adventurous, and you've got yourself a kebab, mate. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's bloody everywhere for a reason. Don't knock it till you've tried it, yeah? Listen up, pizza lovers, because Turkey's got its own version, and it's called lahmacun. Now before you go thinking it's just a cheap imitation, let me tell you, this is a whole different beast. We're talking a thin, crispy dough, stretched out, and topped with a spicy, minced meat mixture. Forget your pepperoni and cheese, this is all about bold flavors. Think onions, parsley, peppers, and a blend of spices that'll blow your bloody mind. It's like a flavor bomb went off in your mouth, and trust me, you'll be coming back for more. It's the perfect lunchtime treat, filling, flavorful, and a damn sight more interesting than your average ham and pineapple. Chapter 4. Dolma, stuffed grape leaves with a zing. Dolma, you lot, is basically the Turkish version of edible parcels. We're talking about tender grape leaves, stuffed to the brim with a delicious mixture of rice, herbs, and sometimes a bit of minced meat for good measure. These little parcels are then simmered to perfection, allowing the flavors to meld and mingle, creating a symphony of taste in your mouth. And the best part? They're often served with a squeeze of lemon juice, which cuts through the richness and adds a refreshing tang. It's the perfect appetizer, light, flavorful, and guaranteed to whet your appetite for the feast to come. Chapter 5, Meze, a Turkish tapestry of flavors. Meze, you lot, is like the Turkish version of tapas. It's all about small plates, big flavors, and sharing. Or not, I won't judge. We're talking an array of colorful dishes, each one bursting with unique tastes and textures. Think creamy hummus, smoky baba ganoush, tangy salads, and a rainbow of pickled vegetables. And let's not forget the skewers, piled high with succulent chicken, lamb, or even just grilled vegetables for the veggies out there. It's the perfect way to start a meal, grazing on a bit of everything and getting a real taste of the Turkish culinary landscape. Chapter 6. Börek, flaky pastry with a savory surprise. Börek, you lot, is basically pastry heaven. Imagine this, layers upon layers of thin, flaky dough filled with savory goodness and baked to golden perfection. We're talking fillings like creamy white cheese, salty feta, minced meat, or even spinach and herbs for the herbivores out there. It's the kind of dish that's perfect for any occasion, whether you're grabbing a quick lunch on the go or settling in for a leisurely dinner. And the best part? It's always served piping hot, with a side of Turkish tea, of course. Trust me, one bite of this, and you'll be hooked. Menemen, you lot, is basically scrambled eggs on steroids. It's the breakfast of champions in Turkey, and for good reason. We're talking about fluffy, perfectly cooked eggs, mixed with a medley of fresh vegetables and spices. Think juicy tomatoes, sweet onions, vibrant green peppers, all cooked together in a pan until soft and fragrant. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's the perfect way to start your day the Turkish way. Forget your boring old toast and cereal, this is breakfast with a bit of welly. Pilav, you lot, is rice, but not as you know it. This ain't your average boiled-to-death side dish. This is rice that's been loved, nurtured, and transformed into a culinary masterpiece. We're talking fluffy grains, each one separate and distinct, infused with the flavors of spices, herbs, and sometimes even vegetables or meat. It's the perfect accompaniment to any Turkish meal, soaking up all those delicious sauces and juices, and adding a touch of elegance to every bite. Forget your Uncle Ben's, this is rice fit for a sultan. Manti, you lot, are like little parcels of pure joy. We're talking about tiny, delicate dumplings, filled with a savory meat mixture, and topped with a creamy yogurt sauce. It's comfort food at its finest, the kind of dish that makes you want to curl up on the sofa with a good movie and a spoon. The dumplings themselves are usually filled with a mixture of lamb, onions, and spices, and they're cooked to perfection so they're soft and tender but still hold their shape. And then, the yogurt sauce. Oh, the yogurt sauce. It's tangy, it's creamy, and it ties the whole dish together beautifully. Kofte, you lot, are basically meatballs, but Turkish style. And let me tell you, these ain't your mama's meatballs. We're talking about juicy, flavorful morsels of meat, seasoned to perfection and cooked over an open fire for that smoky, irresistible flavor. They're often made with a mixture of ground lamb and beef, seasoned with onions, garlic, and a blend of spices that'll set your taste buds alight. And the best part? They're incredibly versatile. You can have them on their own as a snack, stuffed into fluffy bread for a sandwich, or served with a side of rice or salad for a complete meal. Mercimek koftesi, you lot, are basically little bites of lentil goodness. They're like vegetarian croquettes, but with a Turkish twist. We're talking about a mixture of red lentils, bulgur wheat, and aromatic spices, formed into small patties and then either fried until crispy or baked until golden brown. And the best part? They're often served with a side of muhammara, a spicy dip made with roasted red peppers, walnuts, and pomegranate molasses. It's the perfect combination of flavors and textures, and it's guaranteed to satisfy even the most discerning vegetarian. Pide, you lot, is like the Turkish version of pizza, but so much more than that. It's a blank canvas for culinary creativity, a flatbread that can be topped with an endless array of delicious ingredients. We're talking about everything from classic combinations like minced meat, cheese, and spinach to more adventurous toppings like sukuk, spicy Turkish sausage, pastırma, cured beef, and even eggs. The dough is usually stretched out into an oblong shape, topped with the chosen ingredients, and then baked in a wood-fired oven until the crust is crispy and golden brown. Lokum, you lot, is basically Turkish delight, and it's as delightful as it sounds. We're talking about little cubes of chewy, gelatinous goodness, flavored with everything from rosewater and lemon to pistachio and hazelnut. They're often coated in powdered sugar or coconut flakes, which gives them a lovely delicate texture, and they're the perfect sweet treat to enjoy with a cup of Turkish coffee or tea. And don't be fooled by their small size, these little cubes of delight are packed with flavor and will satisfy even the sweetest tooth. Lüfer, you lot, is a fish so revered in Istanbul, it's practically got celebrity status. We're talking about a firm-fleshed, flavorful fish that's caught in the Bosphorus Strait, and it's a true delicacy. The best way to enjoy lüfer is grilled to perfection, with a simple dressing of olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. The fish is cooked until the skin is crispy and the flesh is flaky, and it's an absolute revelation. Forget your fancy sauces and complicated sides, sometimes the simplest preparations are the best, and lüfer is a testament to that. Listen up, you lot, because we're not just about the food in Turkey, we're about the drinks too. And trust me, there's something for everyone, whether you're a teetotaler or a seasoned drinker. Let's start with the classics: Turkish tea and Turkish coffee. Turkish tea is a strong black tea that's served in small tulip-shaped glasses, and it's the perfect pick-me-up at any time of day. Turkish coffee, on the other hand, is a strong, unfiltered coffee that's brewed in a special pot called a çezve. It's traditionally served in small cups, and it's not for the faint of heart. Turkish ice cream is not just about the taste. It's about the experience. We're talking about ice cream that's so thick and chewy, it's almost like taffy. And the vendors? Well, they're like performers, teasing and tricking their customers with their long-handled paddles, making the whole experience a lot of fun. The ice cream itself is usually made with goat's milk, which gives it a slightly tangy flavor, and it's flavored with everything from pistachio and hazelnut to rosewater and mastic. It's the perfect way to cool down on a hot day, and it's an experience you won't forget in a hurry. So there you have it, you lot, a whirlwind tour of Turkish cuisine beyond the kebab. From sweet baklava to savory pide, from spicy kofte to refreshing ayran, Turkish food is a feast for the senses. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to your local Turkish restaurant and discover a world of flavor. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try cooking some of these dishes at home? I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Turkish cuisine is all about fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and a whole lot of heart. And it's a cuisine that everyone should experience at least once in their life.